Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 best scorers in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Basically ranking the cards that I feel like if I put the ball in their hands, they can go find a way to get a bucket one way or another. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 18,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Trying to hit 18K by the end of the month of January, which is still a pretty significant chunk of subs that we still got to get. I mean, we need like almost 1.1k subs still, so about 50 subs a day would do it. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. At the number 10 spot, I am going with Chet Holmgren. This list is very much my opinion. Keep that in mind, of course, but at the same time, I do believe this is a very, very viable list as well of basically the best offensive cards in the game. Chet's ability offensively is mostly the fact that he's such a good slasher and such a good shooter. Playmaking wise, he's not incredible, but he is a big. We do have a couple of bigs on this list with a 95 standing dunk, as well as the ability to stretch the floor as well as he does with really good solid speed as well. The ball handle rating, where if you have a shoe and D'Antoni, he can timing burst as well. It gives him solid shot creation ability. Obviously, the shooting badges are elite with half catch and shoot, claymore, corner specialist, limitless range, but then you have the ability to put the ball on the floor, combine that with the half finishing badges like aerial wizard, precision dunker, post riser, and rise up, and it just gives you incredible versatility as a power forward or center. The reason he's only at number 10 though is because honestly his playmaking is not that exceptional. He doesn't have all that good of SIGs, and his fade, while basic fade is actually quite good, his release is also a teeny bit baited, to be honest. So he does a lot of things really well. His size is great, his stats and badges are incredible, has a really good fade, but his release isn't unbelievable. His SIGs aren't amazing, so for that reason he is kind of lower on the list. I will just say one thing, by the way, if y'all hear any background noise, unfortunately the weather is really bad around me today, so as y'all are probably hearing that thunder right there, there's not much I can do about it. I got to get these videos made regardless, so I apologize for any weather that y'all do hear, because the weather is just going crazy right now. But at number 9, I got Giannis. Pink diamond or diamond, honestly. The thing about the Giannis that keeps him this low on this list is the fact that he's just not that good of a shooter. His release isn't great, and his shooting badges are not, basically they're non-existent. Even with shoe and added shooting badges, he's just not that incredible of a shooter. The diamond can get every shooting badge, which allows him to be a little bit better as a shooter, but still not that great of a shooter. The thing that makes Giannis so good offensively is the fact that he's as fast as he is and as great of a dunker as he is. He finishes at the rim at an incredibly high level. He's glitchy, he's big at 7 foot, he's stupid fast for that type of size, so he can be a big time mismatch physically because of his size and his strength as well as his speed. So all three of those things combined just turn him into an absolute wrecking ball as a finisher, dunker, playmaker, all that type of stuff. The ability to put the ball on the floor is there as well with Giannis to a certain extent. And while he's not the greatest shooter in the game, he's one of the very best interior players in the game, combined with that playmaking and that athletic ability, and he is just really, really good. I go D'Angelo Russell at number 8. I actually really like this D'Lo card offensively. I think he's very, very solid. I think D'Lo is very much one of the most slept on PGs in this game. A really, really good point guard, really across the board, offensively and defensively. He's very good. He's got 91 speed, 93 ball. The thing that I don't love about his finishing is that his offense is mainly his finishing, because he does have very good shooting and very, very solid complete playmaking badges, and he's also got good SIGs as well. Pretty darn solid lefty release, MJ dribble style, and overall pretty good movement pro behind the back, a normal leaner, good fade. He's got a good size up. Overall moves pretty solidly in the half court with a really good release. Obviously awesome offensive shot creation and shooting badges. He's one of the best 3 hunters in the game, and he's a solid enough finisher as well. I really like D'Lo offensively, and I think he's really, really solid, so deserving of a top 10 spot. Excuse me. Number 7 is Wembanyama. Wemby is mainly in this spot simply because of his size. As a shooter, he is very, very solid, and he's going to hit wide open pretty much every single time. He's also a very, very good dunker, and he's 7'4". That is the biggest value of this card, because his playmaking isn't incredible. Even with a shoe and a ball handle rating, he can kind of time burst, but still, he's not going to be a great playmaker, and he's not incredibly fast. It's the speed. Well, it's not really the speed. It's the size, and it's the shooting ability, as well as the dunking ability. He catches the ball around the rim. He's going to be a absolute pain in the butt to stop, and he can pop at a very high level, green super consistently as well, so it makes him a huge threat as a stretch big. Obviously the size and the dunking ability makes him incredibly impactful on the interior, and I think he's just one of the biggest mismatches and most cheesy cards in the game, so that gives him a spot decently high on the list at number 7. Number 6 is Kwame. Kwame is my favorite playmaking big in the game right now, like shot creating, scoring big. At power forward, he actually has pretty decent SIG, specifically Kemba escape, in addition to one of probably probably the best release of any power forward in the game, Kobe base, which really helps make up for the fact that his shooting badges just aren't there because he is a sniper from the outside, from the three-point line, because how good his release is. 88 speed, 80 XL, 90 dunking. He has a bunch of good finishing badges, including back down punisher, master, post res, post spin, and rise up, gold drop stepper, giant slayer, two-step. The only badge he doesn't have really that I'd like him to have is precision dunker, I guess. Fast switch, like I wish he had those too, but it's okay. Bulldozer as well. So there are a few interior badges I'd like him to have, but with his release being as good as it is, in addition to having Zach LaVine dribble style, good dribble style, and Kemba escape, which is maybe the best escape in the game, definitely one of the best. Normal fade and a good behind the back. Like, I think Kwame Brown is an absolute cheeseball at the power forward position, and I definitely do like him the most of any of the bigs anyway at this point in the game. Now we get into the top 5. It's going to be pretty much all shot creators. Nick Young at number 5 with the Jamal Murray behind the back, the ability to explode out of that, the MJ dribble style as well, and then obviously the elite shooting and finishing ability. Very good finishing and shooting badges, Hoff Limitless, Hoff Agent 3. Bunch of solid finishing badges as well. I understand he's only in the Amethyst, but with how good his release is, that Ben Shepherd based Carmelo upper, in addition to the MJ dribble style, Jamal Murray behind the back, he is just such a versatile and good card as a shot creator at the shooting guard position. Really, really like what Nick Young gives you offensively. He's one of the very best offensive shooting guards in the game. So even though he's not the greatest card defensively, he's so good offensively that it makes it hard not to use him. I go Austin Reeves at number 4 because of how good his fade is and because of him having that D-book dribble style as well as an awesome release. This is basically mini Devin Booker. 89 speed, 93 3 ball, good finishing badges, but not a great finisher, kind of like D-Book. Shooting badges are awesome. Playmaking badges aren't insane, but it doesn't matter that much. I will say with his duo, with Rui, he gets a lot better shooting badges, which does help him out a bit as well. This card isn't good at all defensively to start with, but his release is stupid fast and really easy to green. Pro 2 fade is maybe the best fade in the game outside of D-Book's fade, and then the D-Book dribble style as well. You give him an incredible fade, the ability to shot create, and one of the better releases in the game as well, and you're going to get one of the glitchiest cards in my team on the offensive end of the court, which is exactly what Austin Reeves is at number 4. Number 3 is Adam Morrison. I really do like this Adam Morrison card. I think he's incredibly versatile. The ability to get every badge on this card is huge, and he is really, really good offensively with very, very good SIGs and a solid release. But I will say, this card is not what people expected him to be. People expect him to be Tim Thomas 2.0, the best card in the game for months. While you could make the argument he's the best card in the game, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably put him at 2nd right now. And his badges are awesome offensively. Hoff Bulldozer and Posterizer, incredible shooting badges and really solid playmaking badges. The ability to get every single badge upgraded. He does need Speed Booster. That's a must. But overall, very, very complete offensive card. The thing that I don't love about this card is mainly animation based, and it's his release. The Jerry West upper is not good, and it makes his standstill release worse, and it makes his fade worse. The Trey fade is much affected by this upper being crappy, and that does take away from him. Now, he still has Trey size up, LaVine dribble style, Kobe escape, which is solid, not insane. Jamal Murray behind the back, and then John Wall step back gives him the best drag back animation. So he still has incredible SIGs and is a very, very good dunker, incredibly versatile, and a very, very good shooter still. I just think his animations hold him back from being quite as high as people thought, but that's still... He's still one of the very best cards in the game and still one of the very best scorers in the game at number 3. D-Book's at number 2. He's just a better version of Austin Reeves. Like I said, that D-Book dribble style, the Bahoff shooting badges, very, very solid playmaking badges as well. 94 3-ball, 93 speed, 80 driving dunk. He's basically a slightly better finisher than AR as well. This card is literally Austin Reeves, except he can play point guard. Release, I'd say, is actually pretty similar. Fade, pretty similar between Pro 2 and D-Book's fade. And then dribble style, they both have D-Book as well. I mean, they're basically the same card. It's just that D-Book has better stats and badges and is overall just the better card by a small margin, but he is basically Austin Reeves at the point guard position. They're pretty much the same card in a lot of ways. And then finally, at number 1, I am going Kobe. I just think his completeness as a shot creator, shooter, and slasher is just unreplicated at the offensive end right now. He is my primary ball handler, my starting lineup, and my favorite card in the game right now. Insane all-around stats and badges, of course, with Hoff Speed Booster, Blow By, Agent 3, Blinders, Catch and Shoot, Deadeye, Limitless, Acrobat, Precision Dunker, Posterizer, and Whistle as well. And that's just some of them. Free points as well. The ability to get every single badge upgraded, of course. Insane stats like a 95 speed, 96 3-ball, 97 driving dunk, and one of the very best releases in the game. Overall, movement-wise, very solid as well. Good behind the back. Overall, does a lot of things really well, and his fade is also very good. So I think Kobe is the most complete offensive card in my team right now. He's my favorite scorer in the game. And this is my ranking of the top 10 best scorers in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM right now. So I hope you all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.